We are right outside Dripping Springs today in a neighborhood that really prioritizes green space and getting to know your neighbors. Hi, I'm Lindsey Keller with Seven Springs Real Estate. Today we're at a neighborhood called Headwaters. We're in the 78620 zip code, which encompasses most of Dripping Springs. It's west of Austin. So downtown Austin is about 20-25 miles from here. You would go straight up 290 to get back and forth into Austin. Go past downtown Austin and another 5-ish miles to the airport. So that's kind of where we are out here. This neighborhood feeds Dripping Springs ISD schools, which are pretty highly sought. They typically rate pretty well on all the rating scales online, and a lot of families are interested in coming out here for Dripping Springs. Public schools. Also, you're near the Waldorf School, which is a private school. A lot of people from Southwest Austin look at very expensive private school, but very cool. It's a nature-based, no screens kind of educational format. The other huge highlight to Headwaters is the amenity center, which is where we are right now. So this community was built to have lots of green space, like what you see behind us, but then there's a community center that's used to facilitate neighborhood events where at Easter they bring the Easter Bunny out, and they have a big Easter egg hunt in this field right behind us, which also could be used for soccer or baseball or whatever you wanted. They can grill out here by these tables. We're in like a covered pavilion that has a beautiful giant screen TV and a huge gas fireplace. So this is like a central hub for events that the HOA holds, or just a place to meet up with your neighbors and grill and watch a game without having to have it be right at your house. Right behind you, right behind where Josh is sitting filming me, is their community fitness center, which you also have access to, and it's like a state-of-the-art gym right there in the neighborhood. So pretty cool to live in an area where you can just stop by here and work out on your way to or from work and see your neighbor and catch up a little bit and then go home and just sort of feel connected to the people that are around you. So they built all of this up specifically for that purpose, and it seems like it really works from what we hear. Okay, as far as the housing and the architecture, there are 5 phases of building production out here. 2 of them are pretty much completed. 4th and 5th are in production now, and then phase 3 is out behind us. They didn't actually build them in order. So phase 3 is the last one to go in. They're at, let's see, it is, what is it, May? Gosh, my brain. It's May of 2024. Right now they are about 650, 700 houses in, and they're gonna build out about 1,000 by the time they're finished. So they're on kind of the downside, but they are still building new construction. The builders that are in here are higher end, and they may not always stay the same, but right now David Weekley and Toll Brothers are in here. Ashton Woods has been in. I'm not sure if they're complete. Houses are built on like 50, 60, 70 foot wide lots. So the lots are not humongous. You are fairly close to your neighbor, just like you are in most of the new master plan communities in our area. The difference is that they built a buffer on the back side of these lots, so you're not sharing a fence with a back neighbor. So some of them have really nice views with green belt behind them, or hilltop views where you can see kind of like here. Some of them don't have such great views, but either way, they don't have another house right behind. So there's at least a little bit of a buffer of greenbelt space behind all of the streets, which is just really unusual and just lends itself to like a quieter, more peaceful feel. It feels like you're a little bit more spread out, even though your neighbor is still like right next door. Okay, so of course for all of those amenities, you pay a higher HOA due. So right now they're about $400 a quarter. Of course that may vary by the time you would look at this video and be interested in buying out here. But they are higher than a lot of the communities around here. It's a trade-off because you're getting so much fantastic use. Oh my gosh, we didn't even talk about the cafe. There's a cafe right there too with like coffee service built right into the neighborhood. We'll put that up on the screen when we make this video too. It's awesome. When you drive through the streets, in between the houses, you can see trailheads. There's a trail system connecting the neighborhood that goes from the amenity center kind of all the way in between the houses, which as a mom, I would love to be able to have my kids just hop on their bike and be on a trail instead of going in the street with cars to ride their bike or to go see their friend or whatever. So I think there's like 11 miles of trails just built right into this community, which is just another really cool feature. Tax rate in here right now, it's about 2.4%. It's going to vary every year when the taxing entities come out. But I guess suffice it to say, it's a little bit on the high end for this area because there's a MUD tax, a municipal utility district tax. You've got MUD district in here instead of having city services. So you're not paying any city taxes, you're paying MUD taxes instead. That's how you get your utilities. Runs a little bit higher than your city taxes would. So that's pretty much it. I mean, I think it's good and important to know if you're gonna move out to Dripping Springs, people like Dripping Springs because it's part of the hill country. So the further west you go from Austin, the more hilly the landscape is. It tends to be more dry also. So as we drove west today, we could feel the humidity sort of shaking off of us. I'm not saying it's never humid out here, but it tends to be a little bit more dry. I feel like the further west you go and the deeper you get into the hill country, the less mosquitoes you have. So it's a different kind of drier, more desert feeling landscape, but still pretty close to Austin. A lot of people really like that vibe and that environment out here. I would love to hear your comments. Let me know what I left out on Headwaters. If you live out here, I'd love to hear how you like it. Please drop comments in the boxes below. We'll do our best to respond to them. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe to our YouTube channel, and we'll see you next time.